Rob, answer this phone, man. Answer this phone, bro. I need to talk to you for a minute. Hello. What up? I just need to talk to you for a minute.
Welcome to Base Talks. Here at Base Talks, we have a challenge for every guest that comes on to share their story. They get the opportunity to curl those 100-pound dumbbells. And if they do, I'll give them $1,000. $1,000. Come on. I want to hear your story. I want to know about you. Hey, and if you've been working out, you may earn yourself a little bit of money. Don't be scared. And just in case you think it's not possible, I'm going to be the proof and show you that they can be curled and they be curled correctly. You curl these 100-pound dumbbells, I'll give you $1,000. But I'm going to show you how I want it done. You pick them up. Curl. Few more. Curl. Few more. Yeah. That's what I want. Welcome back to Base Talks, where we have real guests on that share their real life stories. At least a piece of it. A piece that you can handle. Today, we got Corey with us. Want to say your last name on air, Corey?
Right.
I got Corey Wright. You know, this guy is, I've known him for a long time. I met him through, how did we meet, Corey?
Honestly, Rob, bro, I can't even, I don't even remember, bro.
No?
Like, it seems like it's been
A while.
lifetimes.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, lifetimes. Like, we've been on a lot of journeys since then.
You remember what we were doing when we first met up? Just
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We was,
some weed or something, or coke or hash, but
something. There was a deal that went on.
it would, yeah. One of the first things I remember about you when I showed up to meet you. Now, you can't remember who set up the meeting. That I was expecting to front something to you, but when you came to me, like, you were not interested in the front. You had all the cash, which was I was happy about that because I probably took that money and spent it up right away. I love getting the cash. But Corey, what are you doing now? Because everybody that comes on Base Talk definitely have a past and they're working towards the future. What are you doing right now? And then we're gonna go back in the past. See who.
The best way to describe what I'm doing now is literally I'm just trying to leave the world a better place than when I came. So if I can add value, add something, get someone to spark to do something, then I'm good with it. So I work for 902 Man Up. I'm a client liaison. I work with guys in the courts, navigate, the justice, whatever that needs to be. If they're looking for lawyers, if, they just want to cop a plea or whatever, or anything, right? People that are lost in their I wouldn't say lost. They're just not sure which way to go on their journey. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of terms, buzzwords that people label others, and they're like, oh, we don't use labels, but they're one of the bigger ones that use labels, and it irks me with labels. Mm-hmm. So the individuals I work with, man, some are amazing, some are in their own way. They're stuck in their own way, and I get it because I was there. Mm-hmm. Like when I first met you, the journey that I met you on, I thought I was going to die on that journey, if that makes sense. I thought that was the only journey I could ever take.
Why would you have that thought?
Because growing up, like, that's all I seen. Like, when I went to school, I walked past drug dealers. I walked past, and it was like, you see them, they got nice chains, cars, you ask some, can I get a couple bucks going to school? Some give it to you, some, get the going, little boy, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And my mother was a hard one, so she told, don't, you see him up there, kick him off, right? And yeah, I don't know.
So you thought the hustling way was going to be the way for you?
I just honestly thought that's what I couldn't see anything else, bro. Like, I knew I was smart, but I just,
You said in school, so you didn't. You found the drug dealers and the gold chains and stuff stood out more than people that were showing up in class, and
Yeah.
that stood out more.
Yeah. I honestly thought school was just a place to go until adulthood. So I would just and I went to a lot of different schools. I lived a lot of different places. I lived, like Greystone, Uniacke Square, Mulgrave Park, the Bean.
So you lived in the hood.
Churchill.
What do you
Yeah,
call the hood?
yeah, you know what I mean. And that's just a few. That's
You see a different upbringing.
yeah, and all of them are the same, but there's differences in all of them. In the communities, there's differences that are, you know what I mean? Like the community's just different, and it's not that it's different with me. It's just a different community.
And they are different because, as we know, a lot of them beef against each other.
Yeah, and we really need to cut that out because at the end of the day, bro, we're an endangered species, and we're fucking killing ourselves off, bro. And it is crazy.
You talked about working with people that are in the justice system, needing to go to courts and stuff. Did you have to take a course, or did you get in that because of what you went through? And we're gonna go back a little bit. What you went through in the system. How did you come to have that job? And it's a job, right? You're getting paid.
Yeah.
Nice.
Honestly, a lot of lived experience. It came with a lot of lived experience, and being able to just do it from lived experience, and then get courses on top of that.
Okay. What kind of courses?
Well, you get
Choices like that? No.
No. I would say like leadership programs. And I just like literally just took it.
I know you. We'll go back.
But you go on LinkedIn as well, and you just take a lot of free courses there.
Okay.
And you go. I like to do like psychological. Like if I could go in there all day and sit there and just listen and take notes, I would. But there's too many other things that I have to do throughout the day to do it. But I'm telling you, you could just start with podcasts, LinkedIn. There's so many free courses out there. There's a free course for Stanford. There's Princeton, like all those, Yale, and you can be international students and do that. Because I was taking a Stanford course a few years ago, and I filled out for it, did it, paid for it, forgot that it was actually sent to me and all that stuff. It was just going about doing other shit, and then it is what it is. But
so you mentioned you were also good in school. You didn't find schoolwork nothing hard.
No, because I found I made it a game. Like you go in, I always try to find the smartest ones, and then I stay with the smartest ones. I would always look for the top, and then I would just try to always compete with that, but not compete as in to be better, but just that's the bar, and just chill.
Being someone that was good in school, but you didn't go that route. You went the hustling route. Now you're back here helping people that are probably, went the rest hustling route or did other things themselves. I know a little bit more about you, and you're a guy that speaks well, nice looking guy, and you're younger than me and stuff. Coming back around the scenes after you went through some stuff, someone had to take an interest in you and see this guy has something to offer. Because, do you want to talk about, what did you come back around the scenes from? Because you went to jail, you weren't just a person that didn't do good in school. Now all of a sudden you want to help people. What kind of street smarts did you pick up? And was it really street smarts or street stupid? Like,
honestly, it was life, bro. It was life, because I always noticed that my mother was doing the best she could. She was raising three of us. I had a man in my life, and he's my father. Like my biological father left when I was younger, but I had a man in my life since I was like 4. But the way,
Would that be the gentleman I know as well?
yeah,
Okay.
but the way that black men were taught back then not to show feelings, not to, you know what I mean? It was so distant that it's, you know what I mean? And not having that blood bond, it just seemed like it was so distant. You know what I mean? And
you
me
didn't really
being
give him a
young, I'm
chance?
not gonna. I didn't at a certain point. You know what I mean? Like there was a time I didn't, but then I did, and now we're great. Like we were just working together yesterday.
Nice.
Hanging, you know what I mean?
Toast finish?
No.
But yeah.
But oh shit! What was the original question? I went off a bit. I'm sorry.
I know someone would take a liking to you because I know a lot of, I was approached a lot too, and you're younger than me, but I was approached to do a lot of stuff, especially for like, government stuff, or people that got government jobs and stuff,
Yeah.
or bringing in funding or have, so they wanted me to go speak, and I did a lot of that stuff, but I don't find I fit what they wanted as much as you do. Because I wasn't good at school. I couldn't read and write and stuff. And I imagine you can do all that stuff, so you got to have a certain amount of, smarts, like writing stuff down,
Yeah.
doing notes and, preparing memos and stuff. So I'm sure you do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I wasn't equipped for that. All I was equipped with the experience.
Yeah.
And, want to tell people and share them, try to steer them away from it. But it's more than just the story, how do you find the concrete, walk to show that you've changed, and what did you change from? Because we haven't talked about why you were in the jail and why I thought and why I know that they would look at you as someone attractive that could help their cause. That's why I take a lot of these government programs is they see guys like us that they find they can work with, and they'll work with you. They want to, but you got to have something that matches what they're doing.
Yeah. Now, I feel like, actually, I don't even feel like this. I know this is the case. Like, 902 Man Out, they started with Marcus and Peter. You know what I mean? Like, they get government funding, but they're not government.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And when it comes from the community, because they're from the community. Marcus worked for the library maybe 30 years, or, you know what I mean? Like, well, not the library itself, but, he's been in government and interact with the kids nonstop every day. Like, and not even just there, off-site. Like, that's what they do. And Peter's in the community doing it, and they've been doing it, and they just linked, and then and it came in 2016, and now it's taken off. And when something is black owned or culturally accepted, they understand what the culture is. So they see the value in an individual. You know what I mean? So like, it wasn't like government, give me the chance or anything. I just linked with them because
Okay.
I always messed with it. Like, honestly, if I wasn't getting paid, I would be volunteering for 902 Man Out, and I'd have to work somewhere else,
Yeah,
obviously,
that's it.
because you got to pay bills and stuff. But yeah, like I think it's amazing, and I think every organization needs to get into that, because I find like with organizations in the HRM, even now, a lot of rurals, they like to connect because they know they need to connect. It being distant makes you understand you need to connect. But when you're in the city, it just seems like everyone's working in silos and they're not connecting.
See, hearing it from a guy like you, someone I trust and I know your background and stuff, saying that 902 is a good program and that
Yeah.
the guys behind it are decent guys.
Organization.
Organization, and the guys actually really care.
Yeah.
They have the experience probably with themselves and in the community and stuff.
100%.
I mean, that makes me feel good because, there's a lot of stuff that people start, but it's really just about the money, but, so you see them doing a lot of good, and they gave a person like you a job, and I know you have a lot to bring to the table. So that's, they see something in you, and that's,
Yeah, no, listen, I'm blessed, bro. I'm really appreciative of that. And it's like, when I started to see the change, I was locked up. I was I was sentenced to 15 years, and I was maybe 6 years in. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm actually changing.
So
like when I look back from that point, I noticed I was doing little changes. But at that point, I was like, I'm actually like almost a different person.
Let's back up for a minute. You said you were sentenced to 15 years.
Yeah.
And after 6 years in, you notice that you're changing.
Yeah.
How did you get sentenced for what?
Sentence for manslaughter.
Manslaughter. Okay.
Sentence for manslaughter is a situation that went down downtown Halifax, 2006. And I got sentenced for manslaughter. And it's, I don't know. It was a scary thing because I was on remand looking at life. So I'm on remand. I'm just in limbo and in purgatory, and it's like just waiting. I'm like, okay, how much time am I getting? How much? Like, okay, I'm probably dying here, and that's okay. And
you were saying it's okay.
yeah, well, you got to accept. You got to accept any possibility that can happen. And it took me a long time to understand that, because it's when you think you can change the outcome of something is when
But you've been
it
doing
changes,
that. But
and
you've
then
been doing that, though. You have been changing the outcome.
No, this is God's plan.
Are you going to give it all? You're going to take. You're not going to give yourself no credit for the work you've been putting in. I do understand the God thing, though.
I look at the world, bro. I look at the world, and I just try to feel if there's a negative something, then I just try to put positive into it, and then go to the next situation, and just try to do the same thing.
So someone lost their life. Was it a man or a woman?
When?
Well, you said manslaughter.
A man.
Man. So then I'm going to come right out and say, we know each other, and there's always rumors. There's rumors that you didn't even do that. Is there any truth to that, or we don't want to talk about that?
Well,
you just found Corey through the whole situation.
I would say I pled guilty, and I really don't want to say anything to open up any kind of things for family members that are trying to get past it, right?
Right.
But and sorry for saying but, because when you say but, it's like you're disregarding anything before that. However,
it was what it was. And you was in a situation
I just try to do my best to represent a piece of energy that was lost.
Right. So that's just, I'm just thinking for a minute of a man that would be in a situation and thinking, well, I could die in here. I'm not going to have my freedom in life no more, away from my mom, my family and stuff. And we don't know what really happened. You're in a situation, and you're probably living by and holding down some street rules and stuff. But through all this stuff, you find Corey, and you find a passion that you want to help people, you want to give back, and part of that came through someone else losing their life. Do you think or know that that's God's plan, that someone would die so you would help to save more? Would you say that's God's plan, or just something that happened?
I would say the devil's work was involved with that, to be honest.
So the devil got you to put you on a good road? That's what you're trying to say?
No, I would say the devil was involved with that situation. I would honestly say that. I don't know how he worked it. I don't know. And I'm not saying for my change. I'm saying for the reason that I got locked up.
Right.
The devil was involved with that situation. I don't know how. But I know he was.
I look at myself a lot, and have disagreements. Sorry, go ahead.
A part of my change came inside on Remand, looking at life. I'm playing chess with lifers that like. I'm not going to say no names, but you know, they get violations, so they get sent back. Right. And we're playing chess, and you know, he's like, we're talking. He's like, well, what are you doing? You know, and you know, I tell him, he's like, man, like, how the fuck you gonna be doing this? I remember you from your first bid. He blew my mind because I remembered him, but I never ever said nothing.
Right.
And then he said it to me. He's like, I remember you from your first bid, and blah blah blah. And he's like, I thought I'd never see you again. Blah blah blah. With the music and stuff, and you know, and we're playing chess, and I'm watching guys come in and out. Like I'm facing there's all the cells to my back, and I'm playing chess with him, and I'm looking at the door, and like I would say it's like after court, around supper time, people coming back from court, new people coming and stuff like that time of the day, and I'm looking at people come in. And he's like, you see him? Well, I see him all the time. Life on the installment plan. I'm like, what's the life on the installment plan? He's like, just come weekend here, year here, 6 months here. It's just going back and forth. And he's like, I just got it one time. And, you know, I'm putting some humor in his situation, right? Like, I don't know. We played chess, we talked, but that was one of the situations that stood out, and always trying to tell me, like, that, you know, smart people play chess. They think a move ahead. Good people, you know, they think about 3 moves ahead. He's like, be great, think moves ahead, moves ahead. This is a guy that's
doing life.
Yeah. He's like, think moves ahead.
So he's picked up all this knowledge on the inside.
Yeah, like a lot.
He can't even really move. He can't even really move ahead much, but he can pass knowledge on to you.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is, Rob, I'm telling you, you find the right gems wherever you're at. Like, you can be locked up. I was locked up 10 years. You go, you read. If you can't read, you learn how to read. The library's right there. If you can read, it's great, because any book you can escape. You escape to, you are free. You are doing whatever you're doing. Any course, anything you are doing, you're working out, you are free of the walls of everything, because in that moment you are doing something that can't be taken from you, and you focus on that. When you learn something, it can't go in your head and make you unlearn it.
Right.
They can't take that skill from you when you learn how to build something, because you got it. So you just add value to yourself. You add value to yourself no matter where you at. And then I understood, like, just because I was locked up that long, I was free a lot of the time. I didn't realize it, because when I came home, I seen a lot of people locked up.
Right.
And
trapped.
Yeah. I'm glad that's changed since then. Like, a lot, so much, and I'm happy for that.
And the people?
Yeah. Well, in the people that I've seen, I mean, the population has grown, and there's a worser demon coming around, and I don't even want to really speak on that, because you can't take harm reduction and then add things to it that aren't harm reduction and mask them in, oh, this is harm reduction. And I'll argue with anyone every day about it, and I'll be a hypocrite 100%. I sold crack since I was 15. Not anymore, but from my whole teenage years and what you know what I mean? Like, I've seen addicts, I know addicts, and there's certain things you can give an addict, there's certain things you can't do. There's certain things that you can respect about the addiction. There's certain things you have to break off, because when you break them off, it gives them the strength. If you keep them, then it's enabler. And a lot of this harm reduction is enabling. That's not helping. Why do you think since harm reduction came around?
I never heard of harm reduction before.
Oh, bro, it's big. You got these places, they give you, some places give you the drug, give you the paraphernalia, all the stuff to use the drug, and a safe place to do the drug. You gotta laugh, bro, because it doesn't. Thank you, thank you. Then, look, okay, check this out. I had a client, right? Working with him to get him out of jail. He gets out, and he's been in there, clear focused, like he's representing himself. Like that's how clear focused he is, right? Yeah, but he has an addiction. But you can see those that have addictions, they get addictions. It's just they're addicted to the wrong thing, and those that go like really bad with their addiction, they're passionate, they're strong. They're strong in their addictions. They're strong in their movements. That's why, you see guys out there that have been off for a while, but them ones that when they go off, it's like, oh, no, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Because they're passionate. Like, they're passionate and they'll go for days. But it's the same way with everything else. You take that drug from them, and then they can represent themselves. They're passionate. They hit all the law books, all that, because they take that passion, they take that fire.
Put it somewhere else.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
And then he gets out, and we get him into a place that, is all for harm reduction. So he's like, okay, cool.
So he's back on the stuff.
Come back a week later, the doctor has the man on a bottle of wine, 2 6-packs, and whatever pills he's giving him.
Really?
And I said, "What's going on?"
That's
He's
a
like,
treatment plan.
well, that's his addiction." And I was like, "No, he just got old. He didn't need none of that, man.
Right.
What are you talking about?" And then I went and talked with the guy. He's like, "Honestly, man, I don't even kind of need you guys anymore." He's like, "I'm here. I'm good." And then I was like, "All right, well, when you need us, just reach back." And he went off again, obviously. And
Someone say, how can that have any success? Only to set people back up.
Because it's not about the people, bro. It's about the movement of the drugs.
So you think it's about the money?
Oh, 100%.
Let's go back for a second. You mentioned the word devil and demon and stuff. And I want to put myself in that a little bit. And you also mentioned books. I don't read and write. I don't read well at all. But I learned to hear. I can always hear.
Wow.
So
I never knew that.
So I listen to my books now. I listen to a lot of different books. So I listen to them on audio.
Perfect navigation, bro.
But when I listen to stuff and we talk about the devil, and I learned that in the scriptures it says, right? I'm not a Christian or nothing. I used to be. In the scriptures it says that the devil comes to steal, kill, and lie. And I'm like, I lied. I've stealed. I've tried to kill. I am the devil. So when I broke things down like that, when I understood that my thoughts and my actions were producing this thing called the devil, then I started to learn that I got to deal with me.
100%.
So I learned to put it all on me.
Yeah.
Instead of look at, something else is doing that. But like when you're saying when someone has a drug addiction or a liquor or something, that even makes it worse. Because now, you don't have the time to focus to put it on you. You don't have time to take that attention and read books. Because now you're gonna get high. You're gonna get drunk.
Yep.
So I don't know.
And you're the type of person that goes hard in what you do, so you're gonna go hard with it. And it's like, fuck.
I don't know what type of program that is, but I'm glad there's guys like you that can be real and get around somebody. Now that guy may have slipped through the cracks a little bit. You're not gonna be able to save everybody.
Nah, I
but
can't.
You're
I feel
hoping to help.
And bro, honestly, I kind of really only focus on my failures. Like,
explain that.
Like there's
you focus on your failures.
A few people that I feel I let down. So they say I didn't, but I just feel like I did, man.
So where do you think that guilt's coming from? Because you obviously didn't let them down; they've let themselves down.
Yeah,
you're just there trying to help.
I just feel like, man,
but where's that coming from?
I could have gave more. I could have did more.
Are you feeling that because you took a life? Is it part of that guilt?
I don't know what it is, man.
Because before you were sentenced and went to jail for the murder, you were in jail before that because you had met this lifer guy before. What were you in jail before that time?
Aggravated assault.
So there's some violence in you.
That's why I understood. That's why I started to learn and really go in on psychological behavior. The warrior method. Sorry, that's a book on raising black boys. But the warrior.
That's what it's called? The
Yeah,
warrior method?
the warrior method. But the it's been so long. The warrior, I wouldn't say gene. It's not gene, but every community, every family has warriors, ones that are, and it's not that they'll go to battle. They will go to battle, but it's not like they have to. They're just built to, if you know what I mean. And
I know what you mean.
When every family has them, every community, and that's part of it. We don't know who the warriors, the gatherers, the intellectuals, them ones. We have to take that. And
when you say that, I feel myself at all of them.
100%.
All of them. You know what I mean?
100%.
I'm ready to go. At times, I'm ready to go to war. I'm ready to love. I'm ready to forgive.
Yeah.
But then, how do you package all it up in a world that, for most days, for guys like me, don't make no sense? But I gotta survive.
You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
So what about that?
Let it go.
What about that guilt you're feeling? How do you want to let that go?
And figure out how to go with it, and then you gotta control it.
So do you use that feeling of you letting people down as to drive you to do more, in your life and in your kids' life and then in someone you meet, or is there something that actually depresses you at times?
I think about it because it helps me learn. Like when I feel like I let someone down, it helps me learn and watch it for next time and see for it and look for it and know that it's there, because now I know it's something they can't take from me.
How do you think you let this guy down that chose to go with an option that wasn't going to really be benefit for him? How did you feel you let him down? Because you couldn't steer him away from it fast enough, or?
I guess I couldn't. I just felt like I could have did more.
Could you have though?
I feel like I could have.
Maybe that's just the passion in your heart, man, to want to help. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, but you know.
And there's a few guys and girls like that, guys and gals, man. It's like I feel like I let them down.
One of the reasons I'm doing base talks like this, because even though we have a lot of similar things that are the same, I feel different on that aspect of it. I actually don't want to go to court with anybody. I actually don't want to hear everybody's problem, what you're going through. Because most of the time when I went through something, I went through it by myself.
Me too.
You know, I had a big family.
Not my court rooms. My mother, there was a lot of support for me. And shout out to everyone that ever went to any of them. Yeah, straight up.
So I think kind of differently. So what I want to do with base talks is I want to get people like you and me and other guys and women. I want to share our stories. Because I know the biggest way to fix a problem and the best way to fix a problem is not to have it in the first place. Because going back and forth with courts with people and working with people, there's a lot of letdown in that. You know what I mean? Because you don't know if you help them, you care for them, and they fuck up and they're going right back to jail. They're doing something stupid. All this time and effort you poured in them. So what I love to do, and what my passion is a little different. I want to get around guys like you that been through it, and now have the proof that you can change your life. Now I have the proof that that path doesn't have to scar you and be with you forever. You know, and then work with you guys to relay a message to women and guys. You know, steer away from some stuff. You know, we've been down this path. Yeah. You don't really want to go there. Take our information. We're telling you the truth. You don't need to go that way. So 100%. I know guys like you and Jason Milton, who's been on the show as well. You know, I mean, he's passionate, want to help people, but it could be so, heartfelt and so like a letdown. Because I know many people try to help me, but I'm just hustling them. I just want to get out of jail. I just get me on parole faster. Come speak for me. Say I did this, say I did. But I'm really just hustling.
But I say that to some guys, right? And I say, bro, if you just need a letter You just need a letter. If you just, you know what I mean, you just want me
Don't
to
play
show
you.
up for court and just, you know, and you can stand up and you'll say, yeah, I got 902 here with me. Like, however you want to do, just let me know. But if you're for real, bro, we got all the services.
Right.
You know what I mean?
How many of them just be honest with you and say, man, I just want to get out?
A few
I don't really
of the
want to go to
guys-
the program.
A few guys, but
Yeah.
a few guys don't. Like, there was a guy that lied to me about being an addict, and I was like, and I picked up on it at the start. He's like, I came, you know, I was lived rural, right? Like, we're not going to use names, so I'm going to say he lived rural, came to the city, and then he's like, you know, I just had a hard time, and I just started stealing and stuff, and I didn't want to go home. As soon as he said stealing, I'm like, okay, why was he stealing? Was it, you know, something? Because you're just not going to be stealing
For no reason.
yeah, you know what I
Something's
mean?
driving you to do that.
Yeah, so you didn't tell me you just got a place and you lost your job or something like that. So then I started stealing to pay the rent. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I just started stealing. So I kind of picked up on it, and I asked him, and he told me, no, I don't do no drugs going on. And I was like, okay. And then come to find out that he was an addict.
Stealing goes a lot. A lot of addicts steal. A lot of them.
Yeah, and that's okay, but just let me know.
Yeah.
Don't fucking play me like a dummy. And I think when you get out, okay, we're gonna get you into this program, or, you know, help you do this. You're gonna come by. We're gonna hook up your resume. I'm gonna take you out and do, you know what I mean, to some places or something, like something.
So for everyone you get to work with, your goal and your expectations for them are the highest. You want them to beat this thing, and you want them to really find their life. You're really pulling for them.
Yeah.
And then
well, that's what you're supposed to do for everyone. Like, we're supposed to love each other, bro.
I understand.
After every interaction with you, I'm supposed to lift you up, bro. I'm supposed to lift him up, lift her up, especially because she's a woman.
I understand that, but I also understand the game, the mental game, the street games, and I'm 100% willing to help anybody.
Yeah.
That's willing to help themselves. I have young guys that work for me that, you know, went on to do other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, come firemen and stuff and taking other courses and everything. And they're not working with me now still, but I 100% support them.
Yeah.
Now, these guys ain't been to jail, but they got to be around me. They got to hear some conversations from me. I got to talk to them.
Nice.
And I feel good that I'm part of helping them because they've had the experiences because they listen to me.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to them point blank, and I'll hold nothing back on the way driving to a drive in a truck. You know, if I hear something about them, I'll get in their face about it. What are you doing? What do you got to do that for? So I said, you know, do you just want you to? I said, I'll tell them, I love you. Do you want me to get out of my bed when I hear this shit about you and come help, throw my life away to help you? Are you showing that kind of respect you have for me?
Yeah.
Because I love you that much to do that, but why would you do that to me? So, I mean, these guys are great, but, so I should say, but, because I mean what I mean. But for me, it's more pleasurable to work with someone that's been through the hell. Because as soon as I got locked up in jail, the first time I put in jail, I knew I didn't want to be in jail. Immediately. I knew I didn't want to be there. So I knew I didn't want to be there, but I didn't know the road. And there wasn't places like 902 Man Up that I could go to with people that really, you know, had compassion to help me. People like you, they weren't there.
Yeah.
You know, and I had brothers and stuff, but my brothers loved me, but they only give me information to be better at what I was doing. That was leading me back there.
Yeah.
So
prison
it
jail is like a college for criminals. It's like, this is the worst place.
You're in
could
jail getting
put
information from other people.
Yeah, like, this is the worst place you could actually put anyone. Like,
I remember the first time I got my first key was someone I met in jail. I think I met in jail, but I thought he was bullshit. And he said, "Man, when we hooked up, we were buddies in jail and stuff." He said, "When you get out, come see me, man. I take care of you." Called him when I got out. When he showed up, he brought it when he came. This man gave me a whole key. And I never smoked it or nothing, but I ain't never been good with money. You know what I mean? So, of course, I'm going to be behind on my payments. You know, so it was good that I was always good with my hands and willing to, fulfill my obligations in other ways, right? Because I was never good at selling. I was never good at organizing. I was never good at all that stuff. I just partied. I just seen it as free money. Just like when I got my first credit card, it was free money. And when the credit card was no more good, I just threw it away. So I wasn't good at selling dope at all. But I don't see that in you. And in the first time we ever met, like you came to me with cash. Yeah. You didn't want to front nothing.
No. It didn't make sense, bro. It didn't make sense.
You had a different mentality even then.
Yeah. Well, honestly, how I was raised in my host, bro, was like my mother, she's a militant like woman, man, and I don't know, I was just fucking, I had to be calculated. And I don't want to say this, I had to be calculated to beat her. like the mind case and everything like that.
You had to be smarter than mom.
Yes, so I spent a lot of time in my head.
What did mom want for you? What did you feel she wanted for you?
She wanted it better. She wanted a better life for me.
So she wanted you to do better in school? She would have rather you?
No, she knew I did good in school.
So she wanted you to do good in school?
I pulled it. Check this out. I bring a 92 home.
On what subject?
It's like science or math. Science or math. One of the two. I can't even remember, but it was science or math. And she's like, true as God, bro. True as God. I could still see the 92 in the circle that the teacher made. My mother's like, this is great, but next time go for more. I'm like, yo, and then from there, God love her, love my mother to death. And I was like, okay, I can never be satisfied. There's always room for improvement.
You mean you couldn't satisfy her?
No, me. Because I always took things internally. If I learned something, boom, it's like, okay, so this is what I need to do. You know what I mean?
Like, she said go higher, not you.
I know. But okay, check this out. Because remember I was telling you about the property, right?
Yeah.
So we went out there, and I smoked. I'm looking. I'm like, okay, this is what I need to do. Like I learn just. Like it's just like that, bro. Like I can't even fucking explain
it. You can see, visualize.
Yeah. But I have visions, like I have my own in my head. But then when I see another, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. Like I'm the last pole on my road. Like in the middle of my yard, they got a street light. So the street light goes on. So I get free power. I wouldn't say free light. Yeah, free lights, but. I don't know, but I like it, and I like your compound, bro. I like it.
So you went from not really explaining why you wanted to go higher, but your mom said to go higher, but you put that on yourself.
Yeah,
you didn't see it as her not seeing that you got a 93,
92,
and 92, and seeing that you had a 92, and then congratulating you there.
She did congratulate me.
But you said for her, she said go higher.
Yeah, after she.
But isn't that a good thing? She like.
Yeah, she pushed me, so that's why it just went into me. I internalized.
So is that the militant idea, mind you're thinking that she?
I don't know what it is.
Just wanted better for you that way.
Yeah. Honestly, it would have to be the way that she built me. So and my brother, like you sit down and have coffee with my brother. You'll have about 6 or 7. Business plans, your whole life can be mapped out for you just by a coffee with my brother.
I've heard he got a lot of different plans.
Bro,
smart guy.
Like it blows my mind, but sometimes I'm like, I just need him to be my brother and talk to me. Like when we talk, it's all business. Yo, I'm feeling like blah blah blah. This needs to be done. This. Blah
How's
blah
he
blah.
doing though? He's good.
Oh, he's great.
Last time I seen him was at his house playing cards.
Blessed.
Years ago, but yeah.
Is actually his son's baptism today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm sorry I can't say congratulations on that. Kind of a hater. I'm kind of a hater of religion, but
yeah.
I have my issues with religion.
Yeah, I think religion piggybacked off of a lot of things that are actually spiritual, and then it twisted a few things, which causes an argument causes a divide.
You ever come across the Book of the Dead?
I didn't.
Yeah,
but I know it's older than the Bible.
Yeah, and I've listened to that book. I don't read, so when I listen to that book, and then I listen to like the King James Bibles and stuff like that, I'm like, this is where they stole all that from, and this book is older than that book. So which one should I listen to? So then you get in. I went into a whole bunch of for someone that don't know how to read and write. I have a way of finding note knowledge,
Navigation.
and finding notes.
That's
stuff.
what I'm saying.
And
bro.
I'll get stuck in a lane, and I'll go and go and go and go and go. And one thing I've found out about finding note stuff, I gotta learn to keep it to myself.
Yeah.
Because most people don't care what I know.
Yeah.
And because of that, and now even today, I rather a smaller circle.
Oh, okay.
I rather a smaller circle. I don't really care about the name family. What is our relationship? You know, and if you're doing that, if you think your help comes from that way, and if you think God is doing it, this God is doing for you and Jesus saved you, then I expect well, keep going that way. I don't keep saying you don't need my $10.
Our culture, I would say Black Nova Scotian culture. A lot of it, it's prayer, and prayer doesn't work
Oh, thank you.
alone.
There you go. Prayer, faith without works is what?
Facts. It's prayer and action. Have to have action.
Have to.
A lot of us just pray, and it's like we need action. We can't keep going to a system and saying you're doing us wrong, and want the system to make us better,
Right.
help us get better.
Yeah.
And then you got people that get money from the system, so that it's hard for them to attack the system.
Right.
So I don't know. It's
I know there's a lot of programs out there. And,
Yeah.
and they can help people.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's government money or not. But I know a lot of people are hustling. They don't really want help. But then there's people that break through the cracks.
But that's the mindset.
That are serious.
That's the mindset. It's a scarcity mindset. Like our culture is a scarcity mindset. We think like we think in a now. We think, okay, this needs to be done. If I'm got my bag for the day, got my bag, and then you just blow it. It's like you can't, because you get the bag. The bag is a vehicle. It's a currency to get you assets. You pick up assets, things that grow in value. If it doesn't grow in value, it's not an asset. Do not acquire it. Take the cash, buy assets, or have a good time. YOLO. Well, however you want to do it. But if you're trying to leave something, trying to build something, you grab assets.
You've been telling me about some things you're planning to do in the land you acquired and stuff. And you came here and you had a little peek at what I'm doing here. You know, not knowing how to read and write and stuff ain't got nothing to do with
It doesn't. It's
got
will,
nothing
bro.
to do with
It's willpower.
achieving and having a better life.
100%.
But listening and learning, and then be willing to make that change within, that change that keeps you out of that environment. You got to do those things. You got to be willing to go someplace that sometimes make you a little uncomfortable. But if you want to get comfortable, sometimes you got to get a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And sadly enough, a lot of us go to jail and get uncomfortable and get kind of scared straight. But scared straight only lasts so long.
You want to know what
It
it
only
is?
lasts so long.
When you go to jail, prison, either or, you have time to add value. You have time to pour into your cup. You have time to look in the mirror. What the fuck is actually wrong with me? Then you just pick them apart, add to this, add to that, and you can do it all day. Out on the street, wake up, get ready, go to work. 8 hours gone. Get off work, tired, eat, shower. You got what? How many hours until the next day? You
That's
have
even
no
if you
time.
got a job.
You have no time to work on self. Okay, and if you don't have a job, what? You got to resumes. You got to get up. You're worried about this. You're in a state of survival mode. So then you're really trying to not work on self.
And then what about you got
You're
children?
working on self-preservation. That's the only thing on your mind.
Then if you got children,
That's even worse.
they start hating you because you're not there.
Yeah.
Then when you start to get it back together, they still have a hate for you.
Yep.
So it's
So
like,
then you spend all the currency on them to show them that you love them, and then you're back to square one, and they still don't love you.
no,
Or not love you, but respect you, I guess, or whatever you're looking for when you're trying to get with your kids or whatever.
yeah, man. There's so many things we can talk about, and I'm going to be doing my interview soon. I'm going to have a gentleman coming on. He's actually a client of mine. I own a construction company.
Okay.
He's like my best client,
So what got you into construction?
Honestly, construction is my life. I was telling you about the swamp behind my house that took 14 years to fill in. I am the swamp. I don't want to stay in construction. Now, I built a construction company, me and my family, my sons, my wife. We have a nice company. But out there doing the physical work like that, it's becoming something I want to step away from. This is my work I want to do. I want to speak, and I acquired all the equipment I need to make the jobs easier, digging in the ground, the machines, all that kind of stuff. I have that stuff because I don't want to work hard like that. I'd rather not even get dirty. People don't even know I don't like being dirty. But when it comes to surviving and taking care of yourself and trying to have something for your loved ones, you put yourself out in a position that you don't have to love it, but you got to get it done for yourself and for them.
100%.
So now that things are going, a lot better in my life, I'm working towards this. My nickname is Bass. Bass wants to talk because I really do want to.
Because Bass talks.
I really do want to help somebody understand the best way to fix a problem is not to have it. And there's lots of avenues that people can go through not to have problems. Getting on, tuning in and listening to guys like us. We're not bullshitting. We have the court records. We have the street credit. We have all the stuff to back up what we're saying. But now look what we're doing. We're saying all that stuff we're doing before because we were lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
it's so easy. Like anyone that doesn't have a criminal record, it's so easy to do these things.
Yeah.
It's so easy. I didn't understand. Like you look at right now. I used to look at right now. Oh man, I can't do that because I can't. I'm not getting it right now. You know what I mean? Like if that was the case, like if I could have got out of that mindset, I would have acquired my first property years before that.
Oh yeah,
like a lot of years before.
Me too.
That.
I mean, all the money I wasted. I mean, the houses I could have.
And what made me really want to get into real estate was COVID. You mean the whole world shut down? Yeah. Well, countries, most shut down, and we still had to pay rent. Make that make sense. That fucked me up. I was like,
so you analyze it like that.
I was like, okay, I need fucking real estate. That's COVID proof.
Right.
It's COVID proof.
Yeah. I have some real estate too, yeah.
100%.
Nice when that rent comes in every month. Yeah.
So then, now like I want to make programs together, put programs together for guys. Like I design programs as well. I'm a published author. I'm a recording artist.
What's the book called?
I'm a fucking director.
What's the book called?
Power P, 7 Pillars of Perseverance. Working on number 2 is the Hidden Pillars.
Where do people find that at, man?
Amazon, Barnes and Noble. It's everywhere.
Okay.
Like all digital and stuff. I got my own publishing. It's pretty fucking easy. I'm not the type to act like I'm doing the most. I went right through Amazon. They fucking handled mostly all of the shit.
I'm gonna need some tips from you. I'm working on a book myself.
Yeah.
It's being edited by my best friend right now.
Yeah. No problem.
Yeah.
Bro, and like when it comes to real estate, for anyone that's trying to even get into real estate, you don't need much. You need 5%, right? Straight up. You need 5% of the cost, whatever the building is. You need 5%. You need a 650 credit score and 2 current pay stubs, and you're in. Mm-hmm. Host costs $500,000. You need $25K. Well, lawyer fees and all that, more than that. And that's if it costs $500,000. A lot of people are in that mindset, I need to live around here. You don't have to live around here because you can live on the outskirts and commute, buy something for $200,000.
That information, like $25,000, no. Would that be information for a guy that's been a hustler and got some money and want to get away from the street? If you want to flip it around and be legit,
yeah, this
man just gave you a way out.
Straight up.
Take that $25,000 that you got sitting there waiting to go buy some rims in a car.
Straight up. And I tell you,
change your life.
And if you got no money and you're starting from scratch, you ain't even on assistance, you got nothing, go on Kijiji and look on free shit. What you think you can sell, screenshot it, Set it up on your own, Kijiji. Put the picture up and put in whatever you think you can sell it for. If no one hits it, okay, you don't got to go get it. Someone does hit it, you go pick it up, take it to them. You just made free money.
Nice. So your mind's working. You just
I can't even remember where I got that from, but I got that from
kid.
like years ago, bro. And I was like, oh, that's fucking legit. And I was heavy on Kijiji and not on free shit. I was just selling cars. I felt like that was one of the biggest, one of the good flips for me. Yeah, it made sense. You know what I mean? It made sense to be flipping cars. It made sense.
And there's some stuff we talked about, man. Just want to put all your business up there. Knowing you own a bunch of land. I mean, like, can I say the amount of acres?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too many black guys you come across that own 100 acres. Like, it's not even, and if they do, the family's up going to lose it for taxes or something. There's the issue with it. Yeah. I mean, you have some good ideas that you're going to bring forward with that stuff. You know what I mean?
It takes a village, bro. It takes a village. So I'm telling you, man, like I need help, and I'm humble enough to say, yes, I have a vision. Told you it, but I don't know where to start. Don't know nothing about construction. I know how to read a tape. I can put up a wall if you need me. Put up a wall. I can mud. I can drywall. You know what I mean? I can do it, but I can't. I don't know how to ride any machines except for a forklift.
But it starts networking like this. You told me that, and what did I say? You know, I specialize in that thing. You talked about those rocks and stones. I specialize in that. So connection and getting to know people and, stepping out your element sometime. The help is there. Yeah. But it's not always going to come in a way that you think it's going to come. You never know who you're talking to.
I say this to my mother. I say this to a friend of mine, because they keep looking for blessings a certain way. And I tell them, listen, your blessings are always coming. They're always coming in and out. It's how you perceive a blessing. You can't, you pray. Okay, this is for the average person, so I'll just say this: you pray to win Lotto 649. You praying for 20 years, 10 years. You know what I mean? You've been doing this weekly or
God deaf.
Right? Now, in that time span, you've met 15 individuals that can take your small business or give you a career in this to launch wherever, and you don't keep in touch with none of them. You're not locked into any of their services or anything. You just pass all their blessings. You just pass all your blessings, and they reach out to you, and you just say, hey, how you doing? And that's it. And you're just going right past all your blessings. You focus on Lotto 649.
You say blessings, and we talk about God just a tiny bit. I'm referring to God. I call God it because it just fits for me. Religion puts God in a box. I don't put God in no box. It just fits for me. So I'm sure you heard about it. Even though I had quite the reputation in the street for fighting and stuff, I got knocked on my ass by a certain individual that I had a conversation with a year before that, and he wanted to get some get back. So he got some get back when I was walking in the club, and I'm knocked out unconscious. But you're talking about blessings. Me and this guy talked afterwards. I call him my hero, not my hero because he was trying to save me. He was actually trying to kill me, but I call him my hero because he don't know. He knows now, but people don't understand. 2 weeks before that happened, I had a gun to my head, wanting to take my own life. And I cried out to what is known as God, that I call it today, help me. I don't want to be here. I don't understand this world. I hate everything. I even hate you. I don't understand this. All this misery, all this hurt. And then that happens. And because of the day and age it is, somebody videos it, and I get to see myself laying on the ground like I'm dead.
And you didn't want it.
I got my answer. You wanted to be dead, now you're dead. Now it's my choice to get up from this differently. Of course, all the noises come to my head, what I'm going to do and to get back and all this kind of stuff. But even though that was coming, people didn't know I got an answer. I could get up from this differently. And all that street reputation and stuff, I was done with anyway. Because people didn't know that guy on the ground, I hated him more than the guy that put him there. I didn't hate it myself. So, I could get up for the diff. So that was been a major part of my turnaround to want to stick with it.
Yeah.
You know, and then people were there with me that I didn't want to get involved with it or take it any further. So talks were done and everything. So I agreed to let it go. And I always wanted to let it go. They didn't know that. I agreed to let it go. But that's what I wanted in the first place. You know, I wanted to be different. I know I was strong. I'm still strong.
Yeah.
I could go do whatever I want to do. It takes, you know, when a man takes that long to do something to you, it's a reason. You know, I got caught slipping. So, but I'm glad I got caught slipping.
It's crazy how God gave it to you like that, because
that's what I
like
needed.
you said, exactly.
And I needed someone that was strong enough or crazy enough or stupid enough to do it. You know what I mean? Because really all they're doing is putting their life at risk, but they didn't know they were saving my life. I needed that.
Yeah.
You know, I needed to be knocked on my ass. I needed people to see me down there like that. I needed people to say goody for me. You know how people I put on their ass? You know how people I put in the hospital? So it was a good way to say, here, look at me. I don't like me neither. Let's get up from this together.
People learn different ways. You learned that
I needed
way.
it that way.
Yeah. And I feel like
So-
I needed my path.
Yeah. And man, you're doing better, man. I hope we're gonna stay in contact more.
Yes.
You know,
Yes, for sure.
We're gonna take a little break and we're gonna come back and discuss more. But no, man, I always liked you. From the first time I met you.
Yeah.
I mean, someone coming to me with cash, I like that. I like that. You ain't asking for no front. I gotta call you and see when I get my money and stuff. I like a man shows up ready to do business. You know what I mean? So
I was only a teenager too, you know.
I know. I know. Maybe I should have been selling to you, but you know, I needed that cash.
Yeah.
You know, and there wasn't no mama daddy there at that time telling you couldn't buy it. So
Facts.
Oh Father, I'm a sinner. Could you please send a savior? Cause I think I'm gonna burn in hell for all my past behaviors. But I can't blame the corner, even though my mind gone. To listen to your voice, made my own choice to get my grind on. With a bunch of bad decisions, helping the devil trap my vision. Once at the brink.
welcome back to Base Talks. We're back with my guest, Corey Wright. Now that we're back, and Corey has his shirt off, you can see his arms and stuff. I want to let you guys know about the base challenge. The base challenge is when any guest I have on, women or men, they get to curl those 100-pound dumbbells. And if they do it, they get $1,000. But they got to do it with nice form. So that's there for Corey anytime he want to stop the interview and pick those up and curl it.
I mean,
But we can have him back, and we can give him 2 months to get ready for it.
can see, I don't want to put you on the spot. I don't know if you already did a set with them already. Like, can you just show me
Should I
like
show you
what
how
you
it's
mean?
done?
Yeah, show me how.
Oh man, I just coming back off.
Oh yeah,
I've not been feeling well for over a month.
Let me try.
You put me on the spot, but I'm willing to step up to the challenge though. You need both of them. Is it more easier with both of them?
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
Grab them both at the same time. We still got him on. We still got him on camera. This man trying to take my $1,000.
Yes, I am.
I'm
that's
just-
like a rat right there.
I'm judging the form too, so
Christmas time.
I'm judging.
Oh my gosh, these big boys. I ain't had these boys in a while.
Nice full curl from the side up.
Okay. No. Let's go. No.
I'm not mad.
No.
I'm not mad. Leave him down there. Let me see.
Okay.
I'm not feeling well, but I gotta at least show you that it's possible.
Oh, it's possible. With arms like yours? Of course that's possible.
Oh, see, I'm not even feeling this today.
Ooh.
Little tight corner.
Jeez.
There we go.
I didn't get the first one on there.
You didn't get the first one on there. We got the second.
I might have to try when we're done.
We'll get you back. We'll get you back again.
Is that 1,000 still on the go or no?
Well, if you gotta come back for a second try.
No, I mean like
gotta-
after the interview. I think that was a warm up.
We're gonna have to drop it down to 500. But yeah, man. As we know, we got DJ IV in the background helping with video and everything. He mentioned, and I know too, I'm breathing here. Where you at now with your music, man?
I've been actually.
Pour the mic in.
I've been working a lot with my music. Been in the booth a lot the last, let's say, 6-8 months. Released 2 songs within 3 months, the last 3 months. And just on a conscious, more vulnerable, I guess, journey with it.
So what are you rapping about? You're rapping, right?
Yeah, rapping, harmonizing now. I'm actually like playing with my vocals. I got a new kind of alter ego called Captain Hooks, and he
give us a quick sample, just freestyle.
Okay.
So I heard your stuff before. I did hear you.
6 foot, gap tooth, muscle bound, tattooed, go nuts, cashew, Nova Scotia papoose. They couldn't beat me at his best. You should see me when I flex, look like one of them Greek god statues. The shoe didn't fit at all, still had to wear it. Few sizes too small, had to grin and bear it. Running errands and causing a split like a broken marriage. Had to save up to change my parents. Wasn't caring, and shit was apparent. I had to power in the drive. I just needed staring. They smoking weed for the clearance. While niggas in Paris, I was locked in the barracks, purely grinding off spirit. Fucking made it out.
All right, man. Yeah, bro. You're not shy either, man. I like that you just go flow with that, man, and putting yourself out there. You have a lot of talent, man. You have a lot of talent. And you mentioned a book before, too.
Yeah,
you said,
Power P. It's,
what was it about you?
It's 7 things, 7 pillars that kind of like help me get through. I would say, I wouldn't even say get through, but help me get to the point I was at the time I made it, if that makes any sense. I was doing a program at the time, working with John Howard. I had this profit for company, working with John Howard as a transition, helping people transition into a better way of life, whatever it would be, whether you're going into adulthood or, you know what I mean, like changing careers, or you're just trying to get out of the rut you're in, however it may look. Now, we had 4 cohorts. It was a program, and it was really good. There was 4 pillars, we'll say, to that program. It was, or 3 pillars: construction, and then there was an employability skills piece and a life skills piece.
Was that done at a vocational school?
No, we actually rented the bottom level of a bar and turned that into carpentry workshop, offices, everything. But yeah, I taught the life skills, and there was 4 cohorts. We did 4 cohorts. It was like 10, 12 people, and you know, I was just talking with them, and it just seemed like a lot of people had the same stuff going on with them. So they came with the same questions to me, and I was like, you know what? If I just put it in a book, then, you know, it's not.
What were some of those questions?
Well, it was like, how do I get out of this rut? How do I know when I'm in a rut? Because some people get in autopilot, and they you can even level up, right? And then stay in autopilot. You're just staying there, and then that's a rut. Like there's more you can do. There's more opportunity for you. There's so much more. But if you just keep staying there and you're happy, you're content with it, it's still a rut. Just because you're content with it doesn't mean it's not a rut.
Right.
It is, because there's so much more that you could be doing.
More potential.
Yeah. And like,
yeah, so you wrote the book, and you got it published?
Yeah.
Is it a long book?
No, it's actually it's like 50 pages, and after each chapter, there's 4 questions about the previous chapter and whatnot, and
Tell
it helps
people
you.
again where they can get it, man.
You just go on Amazon and put in Corey Wright Power P, and it'll pop up.
And they can buy it right on there.
Yeah. It'll come right to your doorstep. Or you can get the Audible. No, not Audible. Sorry. That should have already been done. And I should have fucking had that done already. But I laughed on that.
What are you saying? The Audible? Audio?
Yeah.
Audio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want my book in audio.
Yeah. Because I commute far for work. So Audible is like one of my best friends. That app, Audible.
To listen to stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. I need it. So I love it. Yeah.
So what keeps you motivated though? I know so many people, bro, that like you blew my mind when you just told me you couldn't read. And I was like, what the fuck? And I know people that can't read, but they let it hinder them, and they're like, they don't do nothing. They try to avoid words as much as possible, and it's like a can't. Oh, I can't because I can't. Oh, I can't do that because I can't.
I look at the not knowing how to read now, personally for me, I don't use these words, but as a blessing. Because if I could read, I would be reading, because I wanted to go to school. I was terrible in school, but I wanted to be good in school. So what if I could read all those books and read about what everybody else was doing and their ideas? But what it did to me was help me discover me. You know, I found myself through not knowing how to read because I didn't have to listen to everybody else's foolishness and what they thought was. So I was always seeking my own information of what this place was. And then the books that I did get to listen to kind of resonated with what I needed. And what I needed was a father, you know, in my life, because I never had a father. So when the books and the scriptures and stuff and finding God for me really became a thing of trying to find a father. But when I come to realize the only father I need to find was myself, that everything, all the hurts that were put in me, that the love that didn't give me was still there, because now I knew how to give it to my children.
Safe to say you had to find the father in yourself.
Yeah. So not knowing how to read, and there's all kinds of stuff out there. Just because you can read, that don't mean it's good for you.
Everything you consume is actually good.
You know what I mean?
True.
So getting to know the scriptures and learning that and how it come about was, I don't hear voices or anything, but something just put it in my head, because I'm always arguing with it. I call God it. Always arguing with it. And I said, you know, because I had different things happen to me. And I thought one time I wanted to be a pastor. So how could I be a pastor if I can't even read your book? And it just put in my head, go read it. It's in audio. It's on CD. So when I went and got that book, I spent 3 years going back and forth to the airport, drive back and forth, listening to it.
Okay.
So I know what's in the scriptures.
Yeah.
But that's how I got to find out that this book is talking about me. The good, bad, and the ugly is me. When I figured that out in that book, I love the scriptures. I just don't have no time for religion.
I feel like when it comes to not religion, because it's bigger than religion. There's a God, like you said. You call it it because it makes sense to you, and I kind of feel like God is everything. God is the, and it sounds weird to say it, but God is the devil.
You're right.
Like
100%.
he is everything, and like you said, you had to change. You're talking about like the demons and stuff and all that, and like we all have demon in us, we all have angel in us. However you look at it, good, bad. It's that duality where it comes to the natives have it. They have the what's it called? The two wolves.
Yeah.
You have the two wolves inside you, and whatever one you feed more is the one that grows.
And all this stuff comes through your emotions. Understand your emotions and your community and your environment, what makes you tick.
Yep.
You know, it's a huge part of it. And if you, I can't say read, but if you listen to the scripture says, God says, I create evil and I create good. I make alive and I kill. What does that have to do? You know, you go through the scriptures, how many people are you going to find the devil killed?
Yeah.
None.
And I don't want to say like, and I don't mean like God is the devil, and you know what I mean.
I do,
but
I do, because I look at God as energy, it as energy, and it's everything. It's this room. It's everything. It is everything. We're all experiencing God at the same time.
Energies, frequencies, and vibrations,
and we're all experiencing it at the same time.
Yeah.
So I look at everything as God is having an experience with itself.
So let me take you a little further. Would you say when you die, the frequency, the energy that you're vibrating at that level determines whether it's negative or positive for the afterlife for you?
I could actually tell you, when you die, you actually wake up. You actually remember that you're part of the all. And you remember that all this is really just one big dream, one big play. And so when I'm doing something to you, I'm really doing it to me because there is only one. So the scriptures don't explain this well. Preachers preach, but they don't explain because they actually don't know. Because if God said there's only one, then there's only one. So everything exists in one. So even though we see many pieces of grass in the field,
It's all connected.
it's all considered one. And this experience is it having experiences with everything. So when somebody dies of something, it's just God having an experience with itself. But how do we live better because of that?
So we take death personal is what you're saying.
We take it too personal. We're not learning from it. We're not learning that, someone overweight and they're not taking care of themselves and they die from that. The people that see that, you can learn from it. That person actually died for you. That person was you. Someone that gets killed in the street, that person's actually you. Learn from that experience and don't have yourself be dead in the street. So I find that everything I'm seeing on the outside is actually happening on the inside. But now I'm getting a chance to view it and make a decision now before it happens to me. So experience it with it is showing me that this is all it is. Because if you go to the scriptures, it says that God was hovering over the deep and he decided to make stuff. He decided to make the sun, the moon, the stars, people, the animals. He started to make stuff. But everything he made was himself. Made it for himself. He made it for entertainment for himself. And we see this in movies and stuff when people actually die in the movies. We know when Denzel get killed in the movie, we know he's actually home in his pool or driving around somewhere. He's not really dead. Yeah. So when we see people dying in our life, they're not actually really dying. That's just God having an experience. But what are we supposed to learn from this? We really are supposed to learn how to treat each other better. We are really supposed to learn to see ourselves in somebody else. So if we're holding the door for somebody, we're really holding the door for ourselves. If we're helping somebody in a wheelchair, that could be us. We're really just helping ourselves. So religion makes it spooky. It makes it scary. And when you read the scriptures, I love the scriptures. I'm not a follower of Jesus. I mean, especially the name, because if you do your research, if you do your research, you understand that there was no J at the time, so his name couldn't have been Jesus. But I do know there was people that was doing those things at the time. There's people doing those things today, but they're not mainstream.
Yeah.
And it's not spooky of how you can create a miracle in your life. You got to change your mind and grab the positive thoughts and go with those. So there's so much stuff. I'm self-taught. I got to really say I'm self-taught. But
my mind, bro.
It's been self-teaching me how to be better. But yeah, and you read the scriptures, all the people that were closest to what is known as it or God, they weren't learned men. So real power doesn't come from what you learn in the school. Yeah. It's what's from within, and I'm working it, and I want to be proof of it, that you can change your life from the worst circumstances. Even when you was the worst person, you can change that. You can change that. But if you start by grabbing the positive thoughts that come through and let the negative ones keep going. Because one of the things I understood now is I'm not in control of my thoughts. I don't make my thoughts. My environment does. Things around me, the thoughts. So when the ones come through that I want to grab them ones. Let the one go through. Let that one keep going. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm grabbing on.
So are you talking about the data pool that we're all connected to?
We're definitely all connected to it. We're definitely all connected to it. We think we control all our thoughts. If we control all our thoughts, why are we even having some of them? Obviously, we're not in control of them. You know what I mean? If we controlled our heart, most of us probably would end up dead because we don't control that. Like we don't control our thoughts. But we have the right to pick which ones we want to choose from. And based on what's going on in your life and your lifestyle and what you're looking to do, you can always choose the negative ones because the negative ones are based on pride and what it looks like if you say this or don't say this.
Whatever wolf you feed whatever wolf you feed.
Yeah. Damn. So the good and bad is me, and I wouldn't say I'm a good person. I won't say I'm a bad person. But I take everything as it's coming these days, and if I have to kill somebody, it's in me. I'll do it. But if I can hug somebody and tell them I love them, it's in me. I'll do it.
Yeah.
So I just want to be even. I'm not happy. I'm not sad. I'm just trying to flow and get through this time that I've been allowed to have. So if I can make a difference in somebody else's life, and just to let them know there is a God, there is a it, but it's just allowing you to make your choices. I love the saying in the scripture says, I allow what you allow. And that's God saying this. I allow what you allow. That's huge.
Yep.
That is huge.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What are you waiting for it to do something? But
So whether
we don't
you
want to make
think
it
you
better.
can or you think you can't, you're right. You think you can do something, you can do it. You think you can't, you can't.
Yeah. And he's allowing everything. I was a, shitty person for a long time. Some days I still can be a shitty person. But,
regardless how even good you get, there's going to be people out there that still think you're a shitty person.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my kids might think. We'll say their names, but we're working on it. I hope we're working on it. But Corey, man, it was great I could talk about the God thing all day long. One day I hope to get an active minister or retired minister sitting there.
Okay.
And I want to get into it, man. And I want to, put things up on the TV and discuss this. And why aren't you telling the people this? Why don't you free the people? Let them be free, because we don't need to hear from other people, but we do need to hear the truth.
I know, but it's that religion was a form to trap us, to take from, like you just said, the scripture said, I allow what you allow. And the religion made it so you would allow your God given abilities to be capped by a certain way of living, or a certain way to manifest things, a certain way to love.
And it does have, the writings do have a lot of truth in it, but you do need discernment. It is something you do need. You need discernment with dealing with people and in the environment, how you move and what you listen to and what you don't listen to. Discernment is huge. But there's enough truth out there. You can't stumble on it. Some people think they stumble on it. There's no accidents. Just tune into this. It's not an accident. Corey changing his life and things is not an accident. It is always doing something, but can we see it? Yeah. And then can we grab the part that we're supposed to grab? Because not all this interview someone has to listen to, but I'm sure it's one thing that somebody can take from it and say, you know what? If I can just make that change in my life.
I'm telling you. And it's easy. All you got to do is just do it.
Easy?
You can't just
It becomes
pray.
It becomes easier.
It's easy. It's
You
easy.
wanna go with
You
easy?
just got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You just got to do it.
Just do it, eh?
Yeah. Like like the initial, it's scary. Yeah, it's scary. But anything you've ever done to break the threshold or the paradigm of that thing, like before you started to drive, before you learn how to drive, you get behind that steering wheel, heart pumping. You don't know how to drive, nothing. You're excited, but at the same time, you're a little scared. You're like, fuck, I don't want to fuck this up. But then you drive and you get it down. It's like, oh. But at the same time, man, it was easy. Yeah. You just had to get to you just had to do it.
One of the biggest changes I made, I wouldn't say it was easy, but I was at the point that I wasn't going back the other way. So I put myself on a path. I'm only going this way now. And I know it's going to be bumps on the road. Well, I find out there's bumps on the road, but I already know what's back there. I ain't going back there. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. I got to stay on this road. I already know what's back there. I know what's in the jails. I know what's in all these different relationships. I know. I got myself fixed because I don't want no more children. It's a lot of work.
I want 13.
You said that. 13.
My grandparents had 12.
You want to beat your grandparents?
Not beat them, but I just want to, I believe every generation, I believe my kids are better than me. Doesn't matter what I do, however I can take my body, my mind, and push it my kids will always be better than me. That's what I think. And because, and rightfully so, it should be, because everything I've built, like my DNA to this point, my structure, abilities, the way I think, all that, and then I go have a seed, that's already in them.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's already in. And then that's the base layer. So then we're talking about what they start building on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I just look at your kids are always a better version of you. You just give them the best you can give them. And it don't always work like that. But everything happens, it's cliche, for a reason. Because my mother telling me no, me not getting, since it's Christmas time, not getting no that damn Sears wish book. Nothing. Circle every damn thing in there. Ain't got nothing. It built me to understand you can't always get what you want. It built me to say, okay, well, if I want something, I got to go get it. I got to go there with my shovel and shovel, excuse me, I shovel your driveway for shovel your steps for $10. You know what I mean? I don't see that hustle in kids nowadays.
It's not always good to get what you want anyway.
Facts.
Because most of us don't know what we need.
100%.
I mean, and then getting back to a little bit of scriptural stuff, you know, when Jesus, the character, I call Jesus, in my book, I call Jesus a character. When he said that we're gods, you know, but you die like mere men. You know, if we take that there's enough there with that character. If we understood the power that we are, if we understood what we really were,
Yeah.
you know, we would make a difference. We would change.
Yeah.
Because we're acting like we're just people that have to be sick and die and have a miserable life sometime or have to go through all this. But we can change that. And there's been many people that have changed their life. There's lots of examples. And I'm trying to be one, but first for myself and my family.
Yeah.
That you can, doesn't matter where you come from, doesn't matter your education. It's your drive. And what do you really want? Go get it. It's out there. You're doing it. I'm trying to do it, man, and I hope that we can support each other and stay in touch.
100%. Yes.
Stay in touch,
Yeah.
you know. And word up to men. What's the organization called again?
Oh, well, I just work for them. 902 Men Up.
Yeah, 902 Men Up, but they're doing a good job, and I don't hear anything negative about them. So I mean,
Well, there was an article a while back, but you know that was just someone from the
well, it's always going to be a hater.
100%, and
Right,
that
I
was
mean,
just someone
doesn't matter
from
what
the
you do, someone gonna hate
opposite
you.
side, just slurring some stuff, and then
Yeah.
you know,
And then hopefully those things, when those articles come out, that people do take them as a chance to tighten some stuff up.
yeah,
Even if they ain't doing nothing. Well,
Yeah.
let's tighten this up to make sure we don't fuck this up.
yeah, 100%.
Because it ain't just about you. If you're claiming to help
Facts.
people, you're claiming to help people, you really can let them down
Facts.
if you screw it up.
Yep.
You know, and a lot of people need help.
Well, there's we have, I believe, over 280 employees. So
It's just employees.
yeah. So if that, you know, that is
So there's feet on the ground.
yeah,
Just people
yeah,
working.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what amount of credit to give them, but things are better in the streets. I mean, people still get killed, but it seems to be a little bit better, you know, and maybe they have something to do with it, you know. Well, and I know,
Hopefully.
I know
like
a
to
lot
think
has to
like
do
that.
with the thing because I changed my life. My sons are not out there killing anybody
Yeah,
because if I had kept doing what I was doing, I was raising murderers.
they did.
They were gonna fall out to the
Kids
dead.
will do what they see.
Yeah, so
That's their first initial way of learning.
if we can make some changes in the home, it makes groups like Man Up's job a lot
Yeah,
easier.
in the home, in the mindset. Because, like I said, man, our culture has a scarce mindset, a scarce way of thinking. Oh, I can't, like, we sitting here, we go down the street, go walking down the street down Park Lane or something, or on Spring Garden Road, and, you know, we're looking in the window at some stuff, and, you know, you got a person there, and they're like, oh, I can't afford that. Like, as soon as you say can't, your brain stops working. And not in as you go a zombie, but for that situation, it stops working. It just goes somewhere. Oh, I can't afford that. It goes somewhere else. Oh no, you're thinking about whatever. When you say, how can I afford it? How can I get that? Then your brain starts going, you can't afford that right now. Okay, so then you put it, your brain shifts and puts a timestamp. Okay, when are we going to start thinking about this? When's a good time for it? But as soon as you say can't, and that's the thing with our people, bro. I can't stand that. I can't afford this.
You find that in all people
I don't
too.
have the time.
You find that in just about everybody.
100%, but especially our people, and I push that on us because we like, man, bro.
As black as dark as I am, and I'm dark. I'm not a fan. I'm not a person that's any group motivated to help, because my wife is from England, and I look at my kids. You know, they look like me. You know, especially the boys. You know, they're light skinned. You know. When they were born, they had blonde eyes. They look like me. So I got no problem. I got no choice but to love myself.
100%.
So, but if I had to grow up with a father, which I never had, I would literally hate white people. So, because I know the history. But it's not everybody's fault what happened in the past.
I know.
And I can't live back there. So I'm so glad that my life has been so confused that I found clarity. And to look at what's important. It's not the color of someone's skin for me anymore. It's your mind. That's what makes me hate people now. What are you thinking? And then what are you saying and what are your actions? That's what really makes me hate people and don't want to be around them. Yeah. So, but I do understand, the one thing us black guys say, and I don't say it anymore, love you to death. How you going to love me to death? Love me to life.
Yeah.
You love me to death, that mean you hate me? So these kind of things...
But that's some language, that's a powerful.
That's very powerful.
That's a
How
powerful
you love me to
spell
death?
that we've been taught our whole life to say.
Well, can we agree we don't say that no more?
I agree.
Love me to life.
Yeah.
I want to love you to life because I only can help you in this life.
I love you to life, bro. I feel that. No, I feel that.
So
like I said that a few times to people, and you know, like a few people say that to me, man. And then like my sisters do it for sure. Don't love me to death. Love me to life.
It doesn't even sound good.
But when I was a kid, it did. And I was like, yeah, I love you to death. Like, for real. But I get the power of the tongue now.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. I honestly do.
I've been in many rooms and had discussions with people where I was, told or paid to go do something. They never left.
Yeah.
That words and that communication. Yeah. The power of the tongue is if you can control that, that's a mighty one there.
No, but when I say our people, I just mean like African Nova Scotians, bro. Like and I get there's whites that are in the same, that they think the same way. There's natives, there's Asians that think the same way, but it's, bro, our fucking people are out here massacring each other. The government can't stand us, bro. Schools hate us. Hospitals don't treat us right. Banks don't give us the best rates for our houses. They don't do the best. They don't do that. We got to go outside, make our own lanes, define these things, bro. Mm-hmm. A lot of us won't do that because they're scared to go outside of the norm. It's that scares mindset that comes from Willie Lynch, bro. That comes from
I used to think the same way, man, until I understood I couldn't get a bank loan or I couldn't get a credit card because of my credit score.
Yeah, that
I wasn't doing something right. Most of my work these days come from Caucasian people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not being hired by people that don't like me. And tell you the truth, when I go quote a job with like people with me, I'm like, oh, they're gonna want a deal. They're gonna want a hookup. I'm not here to be your friend. I'm a contractor. So it's just like my mindset.
That's the culture. That's what I'm saying.
But my mindset is like, it's, I've been working on myself to get myself better. I mean, I removed my wife's credit at some point. Yeah. In life, I removed her credit by running up credit cards and never paying the bills. But now my credit's better than hers, and her credit's fine too. But all that, my best teacher has been trial and error. I've fucked up so much.
That is the best teacher.
I messed up so much. Then I'm learning to do things a little bit better. But I'm learning to put the responsibility on me. And if there is a problem I'm going to face by going to the bank or going for a job because of the color of my skin, well, I'm going to go in there with such a positive attitude and the things that they're going to say, we got to give this guy a chance. You know what I
Some
mean?
don't, bro. Some don't.
Some
and
don't.
and that's reality.
Some don't, but I'm just saying this because I agree with you, but I've worked hard to build my business up. And now when people recommend me to do work, them other customers don't know I'm a black man, but they know that Resurrection Properties do really good work.
Yeah.
And the fact that I show up and they
Well,
see
product speaks for itself.
and they show up and that I'm black, I don't think that even bothers them no more because I'm already got the proof that I can do the job.
100%.
And I'm going to do it in a professional way. So we do have a background of, you know, slavery and being treated wrong and everything. So now we got to, for me, I had to put it on myself to change that narrative, at least for me. I can't do it for
The
everybody.
mindset, exactly.
But I
That's
can
what
do
I'm
it for
saying.
me.
Yeah,
So it may be true for that person, but I'm good. You can trust me.
Yeah.
But, and one thing I learned about trust, you can't trust me if I can't trust myself. I'm learning to trust myself. And when I learn to trust myself, I show up for myself. And that I show up for everybody else. So I don't want to let myself down. I do a good job. You know, and I stopped trying to find ways to blame other people. Because the history is the history. And our people do need to, you know, step up. But, you know, we talk about the murders and stuff in our communities and stuff. There's all kinds of people in our communities. Yeah. And a lot of them ain't killing. I know a lot of nice guys and a lot of nice girls.
No, they're not.
The guys
but a
that
lot
work for me. They're great. They're beautiful young guys. It's just a few rotten apples.
And you, okay.
Just a few.
100%.
So,
But you look at the few rotten apples when it comes to our numbers, right? Our numbers. And I mean our population, 13%. That was when my grandparents, how many kids your grandparents have?
my mom had 14.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. How many we having?
I had 7. I want no more. But
How many our kids gonna have?
the way
How many they gonna have?
But the way the things are right now.
Then it goes to none. Then there's nobody. And how many are getting killed? How many are getting left life in prison, not being able to procreate? We're fucking dying off, bro.
You think so?
I know it. Like just
you gotta
seeing it, bro.
Show me the numbers on that because
We're not having enough babies. We're not having enough babies, but we're dying.
I kind of agree with that because a lot of the people that in my time coming up that are having babies, including me, and I love my children now, but I wasn't ready to have no child. I couldn't take care of myself. I'm going to take care of them. So, and if you bring a child in this world, now you got to go on welfare, and you ain't got no stable, protective place to take it. That's child abuse. You're abusing the child before you even bring it to your stomach because you ain't got nowhere to take it. So, if the rate of having children are going down right now, maybe that's good until the mindset comes back up to understand what a child really needs. That protection, that love, that security. Because no child needs to come in this world and suffer because their parents are assholes.
I think a little bit of suffering is actually good, though.
Yeah, a little bit. But how much? I didn't have to make it this far. I wouldn't know how far I am. I didn't have to make it. So it had a plan for me. I'm just trying to follow its plan now. Yeah. Because if I go with my plan, well, I could fix the few rotten apples in the barrel. I could clean it up, but only a few more are gonna come. Is it my job to keep fixing the streets for everybody else, or is it their job to take responsibility for themselves and their own house and start fixing it from the inside out? So that's what I put it back on people, and that's why I give my time. But
this is your job to do this so they can see it and change their mindset.
I hope it could be a start.
Yeah, but all they got to do is change one mindset, because that one mindset change is one less gun picked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I work for 902 Man Up. You know, we talk about gun violence and stuff. It's part of the reason why we actually got established in 2016, because a young guy was killed. And, you know, they were talking in a parking lot. I was just fed up, and then they started to go about it. Mm-hmm. But one thing about me is when I talk to guys that are out there active, yeah, I do not say, oh, you got to put the gun down, because I don't want them words to come out my mouth and then them listen to me and hear me be like, yeah, put it down, and then the next day I'm seeing them on Facebook. R.I.P.
They need more tools. They got to put it down, then go in a different direction. You can't put the gun
100%.
down and stay there with the crowd with people that got guns. You know, one thing I know with people that are killing people, they're the biggest cowards because they really just want to be left alone. And I know this personally. I heard a lot of people, but people didn't know. I was the one more scared. But I got to protect myself out here. I got to take care of me. So a lot of people that are killing people, they just don't want to be hurt.
Yeah, but
they don't want to be threatened.
Were you scared, or were you just a warrior that knew you had to be in a certain mode,
I always
in a
carried
certain place,
I always carried a certain
and a
amount
journey,
of fear.
a road that you're on?
I always carried a certain amount of fear, but my fear didn't make me go get under the blanket. My fear made me want to get the person first. So, but it was fear. I don't want to be hurt, and I don't want anybody hurting my family. You know, so and love, you could say, well, that's also love, because I know guys that have killed people because people were fooling with their family. You know, no, what should you do? Keep letting them mess with your family?
No,
kill your family.
I feel
out?
like
Did they kill those people out of hate? No, they really killed it out of love. So love is and hate for me is the same thing. Leave me alone, I'll leave you alone.
A retaliation. I feel like it's just it keeps the situation perpetually in that traumatic state for the younger ones coming up.
I had a guy tell me one time. He said, "Why are we always talking about how to squash the problem when they're out there killing us?" You know, I had to think about that, man. I said, "Why are we always trying to fix the problem?" But sometimes you have to let people know, I got a gun, you got a gun. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. I just want to live my life. Because the guns are not the problem. Your attitude's the problem.
100%.
Your fear's the problem. Your pride's the problem. That gun could be used for good things.
mindset.
It could be used for sports.
Even if, oh man, even if the streets stayed the streets, everyone stayed in the streets, there is rules to it. When I was coming up, there was rules in the streets. Pieces of shit broke the rules. You know what I mean? You knew who the pieces of shit were, blah, blah, blah. They broke the rules. Then what movie came out?
Scarface.
Nope. That been out.
New Jack
But
City?
that's another one.
New Jack City?
That was before me, but like it was like paid in full.
Come on, bro. I ain't that old.
Paid. Well, I wasn't in the streets when New Jack City come out, but Paid in Full came out, and his Cameron's in it, and his character's Rico, right? And Rico's a killer, and he's a snitch. For some reason nowadays, snitching you can be in the game and you can snitch and set people up with the police and all, like it's
There's a lot of that going on.
like it's crazy, man. It's crazy to me. So they're killing people on Sundays, on church day. They're shooting up people's parents' houses, their grandparents' house, aunties' house. They're killing people when they got their kids in the car. They're like, there's no fucking, you need rules. And the rules isn't so he looks weak. The rules are for you. The rules are for me. If I'm out here, I can take my grandmother, my mother somewhere on Sunday. Like you know what I mean? I can spend that day with them it's just, there's no fucking rules. We sell to pregnant women now. When I was out there, you couldn't fucking do that. You get busted there. What are you fucking doing?
When you say that, there's always good to be a bigger bully that cares about some things. Because I say this because I'm old enough to have been around Hell's Angels a lot and know a bit about them. And when they got busted that time and they were kind of gone from the city, if you do your research, crime went up, and it went up amongst a lot of blacks. Because now there's no bigger bully to keep you from doing certain things. And there's nobody saying you ain't allowed to sell drugs, and you ain't allowed to do this, you ain't allowed to do that. So everybody ran amok. So at some point, there needs to be rule. There needs to be a bigger bully to keep some kind of peace for the people that want to live a life. Because people that want to live a crime, let them live a crime. They're gonna get what's coming in that lifestyle. But when everybody gets in, then everybody's Everybody's suffering for no reason because of other people's foolishness. Because there's some kids that picked up drugs that never would have been able to pick up drugs if the Hells Angels weren't, shut down for a long time. Because they never would have got that. Because they controlled everything. They made sure that certain things didn't happen. And if something was happening, it was only happening amongst themselves. They wouldn't hurt in the community, only their own community. So, but now...
but that's one of the ones I grew up in.
Now people are hurting their own community. And they ain't part of no gang. They ain't part of no real group. They ain't got no rules.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That's why they can kill somebody, then rat on somebody. And the police let them stay out of jail because they can't prove they're one, but they'll take that information. It's
yeah.
You know what I mean? And what do you think about police anyway? Like, are you a fan or not a fan?
Okay. I started working for 902 Man Up, and I have started going in on an Afrocentric way of thinking. Now, hear me out. Like I was talking about the warrior earlier, the warrior gene or whatever is inside of you. You know what I mean? It's not in everyone. It's in certain people, certain families. Those guys kind of get together and congregate and sell drugs and do all that stuff. Yeah, and they're known as hitters, heavies, or whatever they are, right? Now, you had long ago, the hitters were the peacekeepers of the tribe, of the village. They were the warriors. I feel like we lost our way, and now they're just out there warrioring each other and
not protecting the village.
Not protecting the village. Destroying the village at the same time. Like, don't get me wrong. I know guys that, they trap all day and been doing it, and then come times their birthday, like literally on their birthday, they buy a bunch of bikes for the kids, do a bunch of, you know what I mean? Like, them's are great people to me. They're the kings. They're the rulers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're the guys that how the tribe would respect. And you know what I mean? Like the warriors, they got respected because you did stuff. Then you got the aunties, the big mamas, them ones. They're the elders, the ones with the stories. They're our females we gotta protect. Our sisters. They braid our hairs. They do that. Like. And we kind of lost all that. Now every youth has the same haircut, same style. They talk the same, attitudes all the same. It's all one. It's like it's one person in a room somewhere, and then they're just all the fucking same.
Yeah, I know. I hear what you're saying because of the numbers. It seems like it's everybody, and it's a demonic mindset because they're in this state of I don't gotta respect you. But you gotta show me respect. No, bro. You always gotta show your elders respect, regardless if they disrespect you your whole life. They're your elders. You say that, and I think of youth. I think of the youth that I'm closest to, and that's my children. You just talked to one of my sons, or two of my sons. I bet you he didn't come across that attitude.
No.
Very respectful.
No. Yeah.
It's your environment. Who you around.
I know.
What are they teaching you?
It is your environment.
Yeah, so but I can't put it on everybody.
They're fortunate enough to not, when they walk out the door, in an environment that's going to swallow them up. Yes, if they go in certain places. Yeah, 100%. If they go certain places, yes. But you got the Churchills, you got the Bean, you got Uniacke Square, Mulgrave Park. You can have the strongest household inside. You can have Claire Huxtable. You can have Charles Winslow. You can have you know what I mean? You can have Family Matters, whoever. But once you come outside, then that environment speaks a little louder than the parents. You know what I mean? Because what if you don't have the latest forces? Your forces ain't clean. You ain't got the Jordan 4s. You ain't got boom, and you come out and like certain neighborhoods. Like I was saying, they're all same but different. You know what I mean? Each neighborhood has its own lingo, has its own ways of, roasting each other, buddies, best friends, it's just different stuff. And if you're not built and strong enough for to navigate through that environment, you get swallowed right up. And then in a household, if it's poor, you know what I mean? You got no dad, you're this and that, you're going to school, the fucking teachers on you all the time. You can't even understand it because you used to be a little cute black boy. And then all of a sudden one day now you're trouble. So then that's fucking pissing you off. It's like, now all of a sudden I can't fucking, now all these teachers are just whatever. And then fuck school. And it's just shit, all that noise. And then the guys out here, the warriors, they don't know how to protect because their older generation told them some stuff but didn't tell them everything. And it's not because they didn't tell them everything. They didn't know everything. The ones before them didn't teach them everything. And it's not because they didn't want to. It's because our grandparents weren't even allowed to fucking read, bro. Like, it's a lot of fucking trauma that is in us that we can't even talk about. We don't even know about. But once you understand, okay, something is going on with me. Why the fuck am I always angry? Why is this? And you start seeing, like, it. When you go into restaurants, you go into places, nothing reflects us. And I don't mean anything bad by it, but I'm saying when you're in a place that reflects you, you feel safe. You feel, I've never got that unless I walked into a black organization. It's felt like I can walk in the rooms. Yes, I'm on my guard. Yes, but I never had that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I fucking love this place. Like the drop-in at the Y, drop-in at the Dixon. Those were the last times I felt those feelings. Growing up as a man, going to the hospital, even in the workspace. Like, I don't get that feeling. And it's not that it's bad. Because, listen, my wife is white. I got 3 beautiful children with my wife. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking anything from anything, but I need our people to understand the reason why they think the way they think, and you can get out of the way you think. Like, if I can fucking do it, anyone can do it. I didn't do it because I'm good at school and knew how to read and all that shit. I did it because I just fucking literally understood the process. I told you, real estate I seen it at COVID. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So what do I need? Okay, what do I need to get at this? What do I need? 650 credit score, 5% down, and 2 pay stubs. So I need a job. I need fucking 5% of whatever I want, plus, fees and stuff. So maybe 7% to make sure, but it's probably more like 6.2 something, but whatever. And then a 650 credit score. I don't have any credit, so I get that card, that prepaid credit card with the bank. I start building. I look into whatever my plan is. I take them steps, break down each step, micro steps, and I just do it. And anyone can fucking do that.
I agree with everything you're saying.
We need to understand what we're up against.
I understand everything you're saying, and all those things that we're up against are there. I agree with you 100%. But if I myself focus on only the things we're up against, someone has to make a change. There has to be someone to do it first. Yeah. There has to be a lot of people to kind of break through. And then, my outlook on things is a little bit different because most of my hurt come from people that look just like me. And most of these people were too close to me. They hurt me. So I have a lot of mistrust. And it's not in the color. I'm telling you, it's a mindset. I can see it coming at me. And whether someone's white or Chinese or it doesn't matter. My comfortability is based on if I can trust you. If you're going to do what you say you're going to do. And do I know something about you that you already follow through on? Because I'm tired of wasting my time. I would love to be a person I want to help anybody. Yeah. But, young black guys and stuff that are just like me and look like me, I really want to help them too. But don't come to me for the help and not really be wanting to help yourself. Don't hustle me because I'm going to see you coming. Where'd you just come from? You know, what you do last night? You ain't serious. And you're not going to play those games with me. Show me you're serious because I got some tools that can help you. But I ain't letting you use my tools because you're only going to break them. And then when you break them, you're going to give them back to me and they ain't no good for nobody else. I got to take time to go buy new ones. So people, it's not based on their color. It's really their mindset. And I'm glad that you're doing what you're doing. But we coming together as a people, to me, is not a people of a color. It's people, because we all need to know how to network and work together. I mean,
Group economics. It's not even taught in the Western world, bro.
I go in my bank, and one of my bank guys, I asked him to come on the podcast because I thought he was one of them trans people because he had all these nails and stuff and lipstick and stuff on. So I'm like, I'm starting a podcast, man. You want to come on and explain your lifestyle? He said, my lifestyle? He said, I'm straight. I like women. I'm like, why are you dressed like that? But that kind of threw me off. But my point is, this guy was good at his job. He worked in the bank. He did my stuff fine. It's good. So your appearance don't mean nothing to me. Yeah. It's your mindset, you know? And I agree. That's what I'm interested in, people changing. That's what I had to change. My brother says something and it's true. Change your mind, change your life. But learning that all your thoughts that you go through, we don't have to gravitate to them. We don't have to choose them. We can choose the one that's going to get us to where we need to go. Mm-hmm. And a lot of stuff you said about credit, there's a lot to that. People don't know about that. People go to the bank, say, well, they go to the church service and pray about getting a loan. Stupid. Mm-hmm. Prayer ain't going to help you get no loan if you ain't got no credit, if you ain't got no job, if you ain't got no equity. It ain't going to help. So knowing the rules of the game is very important. And you can't, and yes, we've been held back for decades, for centuries. We've been held back. But now we're holding ourselves back. We're jealous of each other. We're killing each other. Mm-hmm. You know, so we got to stop that.
I agree.
Come together as a whole, because if there was not for Caucasian people, resurrection would be suffering. Because I don't have a black clientele. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, man, I'm proud of you, man. Love you, man. I love to hear about the things you're doing.
Saying to you, man.
I love to hear about the compassion in your heart and how you care about your people and stuff. I mean, it's great.
And it's not that I don't care about others, but I just feel like our people, like we're still behind. So we gotta, like, you know what I mean? Like we gotta look at each other and be more thoughtful and understanding. Like, you know, like you're going through trauma too, because it's not like when I walk down the street, I say what's up to every single person. Yeah. I don't, anyone looks at me, I say, hey. But if I see a black man walking down the street, no matter where I'm at in the world, I say, hey. Yeah. And if I feel he don't say what's up to me, then he has some stuff going on internally. But it's just because of that struggle is what I'm saying. Like when people, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I blame a lot on religion, because a lot of black people are religious and they put a lot of hope in this God, Jesus character. But when the Jesus character said, when you did it for one of them, you did it for me. When you didn't do it for one of them, you didn't do it for me. If we could start seeing ourselves as God and loving ourselves as we love this God we can't see, then things will get better for us. It really will. We have all this love we put in a fictionary, God. But the gods we can see, we hate. We ain't got time for them. So I really appreciate brothers like you and women and stuff that are doing the stuff you're doing. Because people like me ain't really got time for bullshit. And I ain't calling them bullshit, but I ain't got time for your fucking foolishness, man.
I do all of it. I love it. I love it. I love dealing with the clients. Yeah. Clients. I love dealing with individuals. Yeah. I love helping, man. Like wherever I can help, wherever I can see an opening to connect to people. Like I was just at a Christmas party last night, and I connected two people. Someone sells the mini homes, and someone was looking for a mini home.
Nice.
And it was literally like, it was kind of like it was destined, because I was literally in between this person here and in between that person there, and they didn't know each other.
How can you connect some of the younger youth out there to what you're doing in groups like Men's Up? How do they get on the phone? How do they show up? How do they get in an interview? How do they get to tell people they want help?
Man, just go on the website, 902manup.ca.
What if they can't read or something? What if they don't know how to...
Come down to the office on the corner of Goddican and Cornwallis Street. Well, it's Nora Bernard right now. They changed it to Nora Bernard.
Okay.
Right
You can just
there,
go in there.
bottom floor.
Need an appointment?
No. Walk-ins are welcome.
Okay. What if somebody walked in there and they had a gun on them? They say, I don't know what to do. I mean, like, I don't want this gun. Is there help for someone in that kind of situation?
Yeah.
Would the police be called on them? Is there a safe environment?
I wouldn't call the police.
Is there a safe environment? Is there money put aside to say this person's in a bad way? Is there a safe room or place we can take them for the night instead of sending them back to what they're dealing with?
Yep.
Do you guys offer that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice, man.
Yeah.
I remember when I went to the nut house one time because I was dealing with myself. And I said, I got to go get some help for myself. This was years ago. So I went down there in Woodside to, they call it a crazy house. Man told me I had to come back next Wednesday. What? And after making me wait there for like an hour. Like, I'm going here asking you for help. Now you got time to come back. I don't know if I'm going to make it through the day. And you want me to come back next Wednesday. I said, you guys are jokes. And I went back there again.
See, and that's your mindset, bro. And a lot of people aren't understanding that. And that's why I say, like, I want to just push more when I say our people, because they're not realizing, like, they think the hospital wants to make them healthy. They think the school has their kids' best interest, and every teacher has their best interest. They think when they go into the bank that the person that's helping them is helping them all the time. It's not the case. And I'm not saying it's everyone. I'm just saying they need to make sure that they know that it's a possibility. So when they go to the crazios looking for that help and they say, oh, come back next Wednesday. I'm not saying, buddy, did it because you were black. But it could have been a factor. And if you weren't strong enough to identify that factor, you could have went right behind the building and blew your fucking head off, bro. You know what I mean? So we just need to be aware that some of these factors, some people in positions do not want to see you get ahead. So is life hard? Yes. Understand it's hard. But get the fuck up and do something. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? But yeah,
I've been on both sides of it,
Yeah.
But getting up and wanting for self and doing for self, it's a must. Because
Yeah.
nobody has to do anything for you. And the mindset that somebody has to do something for you, the mindset that someone's going to show up for you. I looked for my father all my life, and I only found out who he was 4 months ago.
I was just about to say that.
He never showed up.
Kids nowadays, what do they say? It's your job to take care of me. You bring me into this world. Technically, motherfucker, yeah, maybe, but every species on this planet, once it's out and you're taught the functionalities of your world, you're on your own. Life is fucking hard. A lot of parents don't tell their kids that. Life is fucking hard. It's hard. You're going to be judged for this. You're going to be judged for that. So you got to be better at this. You got to go harder with this. You can't let nothing. And when that shit gets in, when it does present itself to you, if you happen to be called nigger on the field or in your line of work or whatever, do not spaz out. Do not do whatever you want to do because it's going to harm your situation.
And they're expecting
Let
you to
them know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some kids, they don't know, bro. It's like they got their best friends saying nigga and shit, and their best friends ain't black, and they're like, oh no, that's cool. That's not cool, bro. It's not cool.
Jackie Robinson.
Your friends shouldn't even want to say that shit.
You seen the movie with Jackie Robinson? The baseball player.
What was it, 42 or 44 or something like that?
His number, yeah.
Yeah.
And like he went through some lot of stuff, and he did have a Caucasian man helping him to not, because it's not just about you.
Yeah, 100%.
It's about those that are coming behind you. You got to learn when to keep your mouth shut. And real strength ain't about telling someone to fuck off.
Nope.
You know, I've showed a real strength by not retaliating.
Exactly.
I could have. I still can. But where's my real strength? In proving the streets right?
Yeah.
Or letting my family get to see my face and being here for my family. That's real strength for me. Not what anybody else thinks about me that don't care about me, and what my reputation is going to be. What's not really a reputation that I can do anything with.
Yeah.
It won't get me a bank loan. You know, so putting my focus on what I want for myself. And if people want the street life, if they want to do it, go do it. It's there for you.
Yeah.
But there's also another choice out here.
And that's
And
what
it's
I
up to
tell
you.
individuals I work with. I'm like, listen, man, I'll tell you straight up. Streets were here before you. They'll be here after you.
Yeah.
So, and my younger clients, I tell that too, and I add, so go out there, fail big, try everything you can try, learn all the skills you can, because can't nobody take the skill from you. And you'll have it in your belt the rest of your life. And maybe you want to hone in on 3 or 4 skills, never just one, because one is too close to none. So you got to have a few. One's too close to none, because if one breaks, you're done. But, you know, fail big. Try that big plan that you wrote down on your notebook or inside your notes, and then you're like, nah, I can't fucking do that. I can't do that. I don't even know where to start. Try it. Try it. Nowadays, they got ChatGPT. There's apps that do that. Man, they're just amazing.
Starting is the most important part. Getting starting, because after getting starting, everything else that can come with it is after that. It's not there at the same place. You have to get moving to get it.
Prayer with action,
You know,
and
so-
prayer is manifestation.
Yeah, I talk. I'm not religious and stuff, but prayer to me is just talking.
Yeah.
And I know there's something called a God that I call it. It hears me, but I know it's not going to do anything that I'm not willing to do. So I have to line up with it.
When you say it hits the it grabs it. It grabs it, and then it attracts whatever you said you wanted. It brings it to you.
If in a
All you have
correct
to do
way,
is reach out.
it won't give you anything you're supposed to have.
Actions, but it'll bring everything close to you, just hovering around you. If you don't make no moves to go do that, you'll never get it.
Yeah, I'm making moves, bro, and I know you're making moves. Man, I'm so proud of you, man.
Proud of you. Like I said, bro, proud of
gonna
you.
ask you-
You inspire me.
We took a break and we had some lobster and stuff, or you had some lobster.
Oh, the
I was gonna ask you,
treats were fucking amazing, bro. I had to take a picture and everything.
You-
bro. Saw my favorites.
You talk about your
It was
relationship
crazy.
with your stepdad, but you never, and you said you have a great relationship or good relationship with your real dad now.
Yeah.
You know, how'd that come about? How did you guys pick it back up? Enough with that father-son, how that connection.
We picked it back up, I would say, through my first incarceration.
The first one. Before you were charged with the murder.
Yeah. We still, you know, he was there for me. He's coming to my court dates, you know, and, you know, I'm calling him, we're talking, and we just grew. We just kind of grew, man, together. And, you know, I got out, and then, you know, like I even went got out to a place that was close to him where we could spend more time together. So then I did that, because I knew if I got out to the place where I was causing havoc, it wouldn't have worked. You know what I mean? So I had to distance myself from the noise to, you know, get back in my mode that I was in when I was locked up. Because like I was saying earlier, the time that we have on ourselves every day, we don't really have enough time to work on ourselves unless you're conscious of it and you have nothing to do throughout the day. But me and my dad, man, like we go to eat and like no jokes, order the exact same thing, the exact same way, same drink, everything. And we're just looking at each other like, what in the fuck? like crazy, man. It's just
So it's good to have that dad.
yeah.
Even though you have two dads. But,
Yeah, blessed with two, bro.
Yeah, but
blessed with two.
It's good to see where you come from and have the natural traits that are built in.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
good- it's
yeah.
good to- it's good to
It
see
was
that,
like,
man.
oh, okay. And then, he's talking and I'm seeing him talk with people in his neighborhood. And I'm like, oh, I do that. I do that too. And like, we're sitting there chilling, watching a movie, bro. We are sitting the exact same wave. Whether it's like this, we got a couple positions, because I got a couple comfortable positions. I'm assuming everyone does. But every way that it was, like, bro, it's
So what
it
do
was
you
eerie.
what do you admire about your dad the most in your relationship?
His ability to be humble
Who you
and
talking
say, you know what, I fucked up when I was younger with you. I was young, I was dumb, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Because considering like a lot of baby boomers, man, they don't. I have a lot of conversations with baby boomers, and there isn't a lot of humility. Like, when I say baby boomers, I mean around my parents' age, because it was, when I was a kid, kids to be seen, not to be heard. Kids, we didn't have a voice. We weren't respected. You know what I mean? It wasn't, I don't know, was it fair? No, because even if you had issues and stuff, shut up. Don't take nothing outside this house. Don't run no news out nowhere. Blah. Like, you just, I don't know. It was weird. I don't know. Maybe it was just my household, but
No, it was a thing,
but kid, you know what I mean?
especially in the black community.
The boomers didn't respect the kids like that. Nowadays, parents give kids a voice and all that. And with him, he hears my voice. Like, he'll talk to me about his plans and his problems, and I'll give him my perspective and stuff, and he's actually taking it in. And then we'll go back for eating next week or something, and be like, you know what, I actually took your advice on that.
Nice.
It worked. And I'm like, oh shit, okay. All right, smooth.
So you find he's you and you're him.
Pretty
And
much,
you can
bro.
help
Because
each other when you come.
I try to be humble as well. And like, I had the conversation with him, and I said to him, I was like, and I thought at the time I wasn't. I clearly am now. But I was like, I'm not looking for a father. I'm looking for a friend through manhood. You know what I mean? Whatever, right? But I'll always be looking for a father. It's a circle of life. And my kid, way that he might not understand it or say it or need it, but he's always going to be looking for his father. Like, I'm always going to be looking for my mother. Like, and once they pass, just like a parent should never outlive their child, when your parent passes, then you have more life and more to pour into the younger ones. That's when you are the elder, the eldest, and they're supposed to look into you, and it's the circle of life, and it's just like that with everyone. You know what I mean?
Well, you said a lot there, and that's how I feel. I don't have a father. I look at my kids.
And you put it into them,
yeah.
and that you
My
putting
mom's
it into
gone.
them molds you on the man you are, bro.
And my mom's gone, and I honestly I love it, but I don't want them back. I like the person I'm becoming. I don't want to go back to the old ways. I follow no traditions, not even birthdays. So I'm surprised it's pretty hard for the people that love me to be around me sometime. But if you can prove to me it's got some truth to it, let's do it. But if you want to follow a lie and get me to jump on board, I'm not interested. I've been down that road long enough, and there's too much pain back there, too much confusion. Man, it's been great. I love the things you said about your dad, and you guys having a great relationship, building your relationship back. I hope that men out there hear that their sons need them, their daughters need them.
I don't care what they say to you. I don't care if they say they hate your guts, don't need you now, I'm grown, blah, blah, blah. That's all trauma talk.
You hear that, honey?
They need you. They need you more than ever now if they grown. Because a
We need
father
them
can
too.
teach his son how to be a man now that he's a man, and not tell you about being a man when you're a kid. And a father can show his daughter what kind of man that she deserves and needs.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And whether if he does it wrong, then she'll know, okay, I don't want a man like my father.
She'll still learn.
It's yes.
She'll
And the
still learn.
same with the son. But the full cup that you bring, they have to see you know what? That's not that fucking bad, actually.
Not that bad, eh? Not that bad. So, yeah, man, I hope your kids are saying that about you. And,
Me too.
man,
Me too.
I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping through, and do it again.
Appreciate
Come back for
being
that.
here.
Come back for that money.
Yes, bro.
The gym. You're looking good, but hit the gym.
I'll try it.
Base
talks.
Thanks, bro.